What is up, you guys? Welcome to the plant-based Pisces channel. Today I have a vegan apple and pineapple filled empanada recipe. Hope you guys enjoy. So to get started with our apple filling recipe, we're going to be using 6 apples. We're also going to be using sugar, or in this case I have monk fruit sweetener, and we're going to need brown sugar and ground cinnamon. For our dough, we're going to need 3 cups of all-purpose flour. We're going to be using vegan butter and about a cup of organic coconut milk. For our pineapple filling, we're going to be using 2 cans of pineapple chunks, vanilla extract, and cornstarch. So first I'm going to show you guys the apple filling. If you guys are here for the pineapple, it's all the way at the end. Go ahead and skip. If not, stay tuned and enjoy the whole video. So to get started, we're going to wash and peel our apple. Then we're going to cut the sides to remove the core. And we are going to dice our apples into smaller chunks. Next, we're going to put a pan on the stove at medium heat. We're going to throw in our diced apples. We're going to add a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. We're going to add a 1/2 cup of regular sugar or monk fruit sweetener. And we're going to add an 1/8 cup of ground cinnamon. Make sure you adjust accordingly to how sweet your apples are. Next, we're going to stir in our ingredients. We're going to cover it with the lid. Let it simmer on medium-low heat for a couple minutes or until the apples are soft. Then we're going to place them on a baking tray to go ahead and cool down. Make sure you go ahead and spread them out nice and evenly to go ahead and cool down. Next, into our mixing bowl, we're going to add 3 cups of all-purpose flour, and we're going to lightly sprinkle it with salt. We're going to add a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup of our sugar or monk fruit sweetener. Make sure you don't put too much sugar or it's going to change the texture of your dough. Go ahead and stir that up, and we're going to add about a 1/4 cup of our cold vegan butter. Next is the fun part. We're going to squeeze our butter into our dough until it changes to a grainy texture, at which point you're ready to drop in your liquids. I'm using organic coconut milk, vanilla flavored. You can use water or you can use any plant-based milk if you're choosing for flavor. I added a 1/2 cup of my coconut milk, but make sure you adjust accordingly. Go ahead and massage it and feel it out, and if you need more, add a little more. Just make sure to add it in 1/4 cup increments. So this is probably the hardest part of the whole process. We're gonna work our dough, and we're gonna work it and work it and work it until it doesn't stick to our fingers anymore, at which point it will be ready to go. We're gonna cover it up. We're gonna stick it into our fridge for 15 to 20 minutes. Once our apples are nice and cooled off, we're gonna drain the water. Make sure you do not toss that water. We're gonna use it at a later time. And now we're ready to start building our empanadas. From our big chunk of dough, we're gonna rip out a small chunk about the size of the inside of our palms, or whatever size of your choosing. And on our clean countertop, we're gonna begin to roll it out with a rolling pin to a nice circular shape, like a tortilla but not as thin. We're gonna put about 1.5 tablespoons of our apple filling. We're gonna fold it over and we're gonna press the edges. Next, we're gonna seal it with a fork. You wanna press firmly on the edges with a fork in order for it not to open up while it's baking in the oven. Voila, and there you have a beautiful empanada. Next, we're gonna take it and we're gonna place it onto our baking tray. Remember that practice makes perfect. You're gonna have to make a couple more in order for that one perfect one. I ruined a couple of them, not gonna lie to you guys. But towards the end, I was getting pretty pro at this. So here I'm just making another one just so you guys could see how easy it is after you get the rhythm. Again, we're gonna seal with our fork, and this one came out better looking than the last one. See, I'm telling you guys, in order to become pro at something, you just gotta practice and practice and practice. So after we made a couple and we have them on our baking sheet ready to put in the oven, we're gonna brush a little bit of that water that we strained off the apples on top of them, and now they're ready to go in the oven. Oh no, wait, I lied. Last step is you want to give them 3 little slits. I don't know if it's for the air or for aesthetics, but just do it. And now they're finally ready for the oven. Go ahead and stick them into the oven at 375 degrees for about 20 minutes. After about 20 minutes, you're gonna want to take them out of the oven and let them cool down. And there you have it, guys, a delicious vegan dessert. These were amazing. I will say they came out bomb. They were best when they were fresh out of the oven. Now stay tuned after this video and I will show you how to make the pineapple filling. If you're here for that, here we go. Get ready. If you guys want to see more vegan recipes, check out my YouTube channel, The Plant-Based Pisces. Go ahead and subscribe. And if you're here for the pineapple filling, here we go. So next, we're going to take our 2 cans of pineapple chunks. We're going to drain one and leave one with the water, and we're going to put it on a hot pan to warm up. We're going to put a cup of sugar and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Next, we're going to stir all that in. We're going to let it come to a boil at around a medium heat, And we're gonna create our cornstarch slurry. We're gonna do 3 tablespoons of cornstarch to 3 tablespoons of water. And for those of you that don't know, cornstarch when put into sauces, it helps create thicker sauces. Next, after our pineapples come to a boil, we're gonna throw in our cornstarch slurry and we're gonna mix it really well in there. You will see it begin to thicken up immediately. Go ahead and keep stirring. Next, you're going to reduce your heat to medium-low and just let them simmer. I did go ahead and smash my pineapples because I figured the chunks would be too big for my empanadas. So go ahead and just get the crushed pineapple can. Also, when your slurry is nice and thick, you're going to want to let it cool off by turning off your heat and just letting it sit there. Next, just like before, we're going to take a little dough ball. We're going to roll it out into a nice flat circle. And this time, we're going to fill it up with our pineapple filling. We're going to go ahead and fold it in half, seal the edges, and seal it off with a fork. Ta-da, and there you have it. Simple as that. This recipe looks complicated, but it's really not that hard. Both of these were pretty tasty, but I like the apple ones better, but that's just my opinion. Hope you guys enjoy.